A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
On 1st down, Jones dancing to his left. And incomplete to open things up.
On the keeper.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jones. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And they're going to have this across midfield Jones and inside the 45. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Jones. Escaping the pressure right. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Calvin Ridley.
Calvin Ridley, 43 yards. And the Packers have taken the early lead.
For the extra point.
We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Dalvin Cook, the ball carrier.
Dalvin Cook's best game of 2019 came against these Packers. It was in week 2 early in the season, but he had 154 yards and a touchdown on the ground, though his Vikings actually wound up falling 21-16 at Lambeau. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Gun.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
He's brought down
a 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Let's go, Pete. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Gun. Coming to you. 58, boys.
On third down, Cousins. And this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
At the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Switch. Check three.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Touchdown, Packers.
To number 18,
Calvin Ridley with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Packers add on to their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
Dalvin Cook.
Tackle there by Leighton Vander
The
Esch.
tackle made at the 24-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
Off the play fake, Cousins sliding out of the pocket. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Hands to Dalvin Cook.
Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Tackle made.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Play action now. Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Justin Jefferson, the rookie, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
The scoreboard tells the story for him a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
As his old brain works. When I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on the punt. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Jones operating from the gun. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
First down, here's the run with Cook. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. So you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, get the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Cousins looking for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Vikings nothing.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Jones eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up the first down.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Jones, the ball carrier.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them? And do I have enough confidence to make a play? And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On third down, here's Jones. And he'll go out of bounds, making it all the way down to the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So down inside the 5-yard line, I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year, and they've got an opportunity here, 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. On the ground with a tight end. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers
for the extra point.
Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
1st down. Here's Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 and the 50.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Gurley. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. The corner, Perry Nickerson, had the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
38-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Big Kenny Clark that time, pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. His throw incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
58 to Mike.
Gun.
58 to Mike. Get him. Get him. Get him.
Leave it. Bring up 48.
From the gun, here's Cousins. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Let him know. Let him know. Deuce.
29. Check man alert.
Here's Jones on 1st down. Flush to his right. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 39 that time.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute drill. Now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, watch that. Check right. 54. 15. Line in.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
From the gun, Jones. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
To Ted Ginn Jr.
Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
A 6-yard
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Alert 3. He's coming. We got double smash. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch.
Operating from the gun, Jones. This will be caught just inside the 10.
Jones
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Mercedes Lewis in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Now Crosby for the point after. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Packers 28, Vikings 3.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
58's the Mike. Here we go.
On play action, Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A first down throw for Cousins. It's caught, Stills, right side. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 26-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And this will be a Vikings first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
It's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. A 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one, the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
On second down, Cook. And some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
He's brought down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely, pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 28.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another first and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Taken down right at the
No
line of
gain on the play there, second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. To throw is Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They go play action. Cousins rolling to his right. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
58 for Mike. 58 for Mike. 2.
Back to the ground. Cook. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And 7 at the Packers' 9-yard line.
It's second and 7 from the 9. Cousins. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook there to make the grab. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is Tony Pollard. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
On the return. The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin first and 10. From the gun, Jones flushed out right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. That's going to be caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Touchdown,
Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 32 yards. And the Packers add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Packers 35, Vikings 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Easy. Let's get some penetration here.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins completes it to the fullback Ham. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now Gurley. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
Another carry now for Gurley. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
He's brought down.
Kenny Clark came into the league as one of the youngest players ever to be drafted. He's now one of the unsung leaders of this Packers defense. Went to the Pro Bowl for the first time after the 2019 season.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he will have a Vikings first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Gun.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Go ahead.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down by Everson Griffin.
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
Check 91. 91 is the Mike. Mike 91.
Hey, man. Watch 300. 91 is the...
Now Cousins.
And a 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off by the rookie A.J. Terrell.
Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too.
Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4. Watch the slant.
Jones now throwing on 1st down. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Mike 54. Mike 50.
Jones throwing again. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Packers on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10.
Go street. Mike's my board. Ring alert. Ring alert. I got you. 19 Lions.
Mike's 54. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Quick the edge. Go.
From the gun, Jones. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go.
Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
1st down, Packers.
Check Mike. Mustang 19.
Double dog. That's the way.
54's Mike.
Here's Jones on 1st down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
Sometimes I wonder, partner, what it would be like to just do a bar graph for all the players in the NFL to see where they came from in college to where they are in the NFL. And Daniil Hunter, a guy with less than 10 sacks in his college career at LSU, is now one of the best sack guys in the NFL. Picks up another one there, had 14 and a half last year, and became the youngest player in NFL history to reach 50 sacks in his career in the 2019 season.
54. You got nothing there.
After the sack on 1st down, Jones. And he rifles one incomplete.
Jones on the keeper.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, check that. Street.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there out of Cook. 67 yards. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Play fake. Cousins. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll pull it down. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Give him 9 on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down. Cook. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee. And that means 4th down. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. running for it. Here's Cook. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18.
Makes the score Packers 35, Vikings 17.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
In your face.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Jones. This one caught by Ridley. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Jones. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
3rd down.
Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. Forced out to his left. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Looking to throw. Jones. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. And he's He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Daniil Hunter getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Really good game right out of the gate. Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Packers, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try...